Hi guys, so today I am here at Marilyn's and we're getting ready to paint with some air dry paints. So Marilyn was telling me that she primed this piece already, but we're gonna prime this one now. Is that what we're gonna do? Yeah. So we just cleaned it off with an alcohol swab and we'll get started.
We can use the smaller brushes or we can use other brushes that are here. I have one that's already got blue on it.
Okay.
And as you see, these are just Dynasty, so they're just from Desserts.
Yeah.
Or wherever. These are just a couple if we want smaller ones. I got you one.
So wet this sponge again, right?
Yes, wet the sponge and then just sit it. So all your sponges you can just have sitting on. Now this was the primer, so you may not want that there and let that dry. So as you say that it's off. But the others we can just add to it. So to this, we're going to add some, I did 3 drops. So I'm going to add some paint emulsion. And if you hear something in it, it's because there's a little marble in there to help mix it.
Okay.
And you'll see it's actually quite runny. And I'm going to add some open time fluid to mine. Just a drop to or 2.
How much should I add?
Oh, you could add, yeah, you could add a fair bit if you want.
Is that...
Oh, you could add more than that.
More?
Oh, yeah, you could add twice as that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If you want open time fluid, you can add that. I'm going to use this small little one.
So this paint emulsion does what again?
It is strictly a paint. It's a paint without color.
Okay.
So it just kind of extends your paint.
Okay.
And
so that you get more out of it.
Yeah. As you can see, it doesn't really dull it down.
Right.
Slightly. It might change it just a little bit, but not much.
And then the open time fluid makes it wet, stay wetter longer?
Yes. It allows you to use more time to do it. And then you just paint it on your...
You just put a couple drops of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you paint it. I'm not sure. I might need a little bit more paint.
I feel like this is going to spray when I try to
Yeah, I know. I've been wiping it on that. Yeah. I'm going to add a little bit of ultramarine. Just to me, it's not dark enough. I just want another. There we go. If you want it darker. There we go. Oh, the ultramarine makes it just a little bit darker. See?
Do we want it?
It's up to you. Because we're just going to be putting it on the wet brush or the wet sponge and then just dabbing it on. And the reason the sponges are wet is because then it doesn't soak up as much paint.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I'll put just a tiny bit.
And then...
And you're just doing like a wash almost.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
It's very much like a wash, really.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you just kind of want those blue undertones in. See the difference?
Yeah.
Just gives those little blue undertones, and then we're going to be doing yellow. She does modeling in yellow and everything else. Because we're just doing a tummy plate, notice I'm not necessarily putting my brush down in the water.
Right.
But if you're doing it, you have to get used to doing that. And then we'll just let it, should take just a few minutes to dry.
Why does mine look too blue? Did I put too much paint?
Maybe.
Just dab some off.
Yeah. Well, we have paper towels here too, so if you want, dab some off.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll just use that. Oops, watch yourself when I missed it. Not so.
Or maybe what? Oh, was I supposed to add distilled water to mine as well?
No, I didn't add distilled water
Oh,
to mine,
okay.
but you
Because
could
I was
if
wondering
you want.
if maybe that was why it was a little bit. Yeah, 'cause- is this the distilled water?
Yeah. Yeah, or here, I'll give you this one.
Okay.
It says distilled water. This one doesn't have the saying on it, but I know it is.
Just to see if I can make it a
Yeah.
little thinner, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that
That
looks
might be.
nice color. And you've got a small little pot, but if you want a plate, you can use a plate if you want to. Sometimes I find that having a plate is easier
Okay.
than or having a full palette. This was just primer that was on this. May give you a little bit more space to spread out the paint. Like mine is quite spread out. I have no idea how or why. Now normally I find that when you do it, I usually start with the head or whatever and the limbs. By the time you finish, if you started with the head, by the time you finish all the limbs, the head is dry.
Okay.
And that. So otherwise we just have to wait for a few minutes for it to dry, sort of, and then we can go on to the next layer.
Right.
Only because all we've got is this. Or there's these. Sometimes I find these little cups are cute, are good too.
Oh, yeah.
They don't seal totally.
Right.
But they seal enough that if you're only going to be going back to that mixture in the next day or two, and that you can get it there. So I just got those at Party City.
Oh.
Yeah. Funny what you can find everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like a food. They're a food grade
Yes.
of whatever. This is what we did with Shelly too, because she has this. We shared this tutorial. The two Shellys and I.
Okay.
We've got it. So we don't necessarily. She does a next layer that she uses Flesh 08 and raw sienna, or I used burnt sienna at one time. But we can just use Flesh 08 and do that if we want. When we did it at the thing, we just used the fleshes.
Yeah.
And then we sat and experimented with the other one. So the whole idea is that you can follow a Genesis tutorial with the Reborn effects, but also allows you to use other paints too if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've just been playing around with different colors. So we did blue undertones, Flesh 08, and Flesh 6, and then I did some yellow ochre. So this is just a tester piece to play on. So that's how it's looking so far. The yellow ochre gave it a nice warm tone. And now we're just having a little break for lunch. So here is my here's my belly plate so far. So it's not too bad. I got some mottling in there and some creases, and then the nipples, I was just kind of like trying to get that. This one's not too bad, but this one I couldn't get the color. The color kept dabbing off, but I might try to fix that up. But there it is. I got sick. Yes. So sorry that I didn't film more of us painting at Marilyn's. First off, I had to try and conserve my battery because I only had the one battery charged. I thought I had charged my other one, but I had forgot to. And so my batteries are kind of at that stage where they're starting to get old, so they don't last that long. So I had to be conservative with my filming, and I would have filmed a little bit more, but I was having a very weird day. I was on the drive over to Marilyn's. I started to feel nauseous, but I thought it was just car sickness because I do get car sick sometimes. So when I got there, I had some ginger ale, I took some gravel, just kind of sat and relaxed a bit. We chit-chatted, and then I was starting to feel better. So we started painting, and things were going good. We had some nice sandwiches and salad for lunch, and I just kept sipping on ginger ale. And then about an hour after lunch, my stomach started feeling weird again. And it was kind of like up and down for the remainder of the afternoon until finally, like, it was getting to this point where I just didn't feel good. And I was feeling really sleepy all of a sudden. So I decided to say we should just pack it up and head home. So Marilyn drove me home. And on the way, we had to pull over once because I thought I was going to throw up, but it was a false alarm. Then we had to pull over a second time not too long after, and I did throw up. And I was like, really? Like, this is my second day of my vacation. I was so looking forward to this, and now I'm throwing up. Like, what the heck? So got home, went straight to bed, slept for a few hours, then got up, tried to have some... We didn't have any chicken noodle soup on hand, so we did have tomato soup. So I tried drinking some of that because I needed some kind of food in me so I could take my evening meds. And then I didn't get too far with that, and then I ended up throwing up again. A little more violently this time. I threw up like 3 times in a row. And I just felt like crap. So I was like, what the heck? I mean, I hadn't been around anyone sick. The only thing I can think of is like public transit. There's lots of germs, but I'm always really good about washing my hands after I ride the public transit before I eat anything or make food. So I don't know. I don't know of anyone else that's been sick. Alex never got sick. And anyways, I'm filming this on Monday now. I basically spent most of Saturday I didn't throw up anymore, but Saturday I just felt really weak and tired and still kind of nauseous. And so I just was kind of munching on crackers all day and, I tried having some more tomato soup and then kind of got tired of that, and then mainly just munched on crackers. And Alex went to the barbecue by himself. I stayed at home just kind of nodding on and off all day, sort of watching some TV, but taking naps as well. And Alex came back not too late from the barbecue, so he was able to stop at the grocery store, got more ginger ale, got some chicken noodle soup, and by the time he got back, I was actually hungry and not as nauseous. I was more hungry than nauseous. So I had chicken noodle soup, and that went down okay. The crackers were staying down. He made some Jell-O for me. And so I started to feel a little bit better stomach-wise before bed. And then I just went to bed. I had kind of like an iffy night for sleeping. I was not sleeping that well. And then Sunday I was hoping to do my cleaning. I was gonna tidy up and do some dusting that needed to be done, but I was like, my stomach was feeling mostly back to normal, but I didn't want to jump right into doing too much too soon and then regret it. So I took it easy again on Sunday, mostly just watched Highway to Heaven all day, and I did manage to get things put away that needed to be put away. Like, I had stuff that was like dumped on the floor that like I had just gotten home from work and put my bags there and hadn't unpacked them and stuff. So I put all that stuff away. I tidied up our island, but that was it. I was exhausted after that, and so that's all I managed to get done in terms of tidying up and cleaning. So I'm hoping to get dusting done. But anyways, today I had my 2 breathing tests, the walking breathing test and then the regular breathing test. And I took Uber there because I wanted to sleep in a little bit. I'm still not 100% today. My stomach has been feeling a little bit off today, so I did take more Gravel. I managed to eat lunch okay. I ate at the hospital. I had a sandwich wrap and a smoothie, and that went down okay. But now I'm feeling mostly hungry right now. It's almost dinner time, but just still feeling very tired, and I don't know, my stomach's not feeling 100%. But I'm hoping by tomorrow I'll be okay, because I really want to be able to enjoy my vacation time. Like, I want to hopefully get together with Paula. I'm still holding on to hope that I might see Vaughn at some point. And I was wanting to get some videos filmed and get my dusting done that needs to be done, and stuff like that. So, and it's like Monday's gone now, so now all I have is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I'm just like, I'm really hoping I'll feel better by tomorrow. But that's why I had the video kind of ends abruptly, and why I didn't film too much. So I apologize for that. I hope you enjoyed what you did see of us painting. I did enjoy trying out the air dry paints. I definitely think I'd have to play around with them a little bit more to get a better feel for them, and I'm hoping I can go back again and do some more. I just feel like I have to play around to try and figure out the proper consistency of the paint, because when I paint with Genesis heat set paints, I thin that paint down super, super thin. So I'm used to working with very thin paint, and so with this one I felt like it really took a lot to dilute the paint and thin it out to where it's not too much color too quickly. So, and you had to blend really fast. But I definitely like to try it some more before I make a decision on whether I want to paint with air dry paints. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to come on and explain what happened and where I have been, because I haven't posted any videos since Thursday. And that is why, because I have not been well. So I'm hoping I get better soon. I think I'm almost back to normal. It's just a matter of getting my appetite back up to being normal. And yeah, so I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be back to myself and I can start enjoying my vacation the way that I had hoped to. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it regardless, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.